The 2024 presidential election is going to be one of the most hotly contested presidential races in recent memory. This is going to be a dogfight election and will be remembered as one of the most chaotic presidential cycles in recent memory. Will Donald Trump defeat Biden in a landslide, or will Biden be able to pull an upset victory? Stay tuned to find out. Now, before we get started with the video, only 7% of you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell so you don't miss another video that I post, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright guys, so before we get into the map, I actually want to disclose something. I actually had to re-record this episode. And the reason why I had to re-record this video is because today, after I had recorded the video, it started coming out that today was a really bad day for Biden. Like so bad to the point that I have to re-record the video in order to change my prediction. So this is what is currently going on right now.
It seems like maybe the people that have said that Biden could be replaced before the election, maybe there's a grain of truth in it because just watching his reaction,
Guys, Biden currently said in special, counsel documents, has said the special counsel excused Biden's crimes by saying he's a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. And Biden did not remember when he was vice president. Not only that, there are reports that he also did not remember when his son passed away. He also said, I'm going to be a president for everybody, whether you live in a red state or a green state. He actually said this
talking about
verbatim.
the colors of the election map based on red state or green states.
When we pushed all these programs, I said I'm going to be a president for everybody, whether you live in a red state or green state.
Last time I checked, the Green Party has not won a state in the entire history of this country. So once again, Biden just going out there every.
Yeah, this is really bad news, guys. Roe versus Ward, he can't say the words Roe versus Wade. He can't say it. Even though that's his only leading issue, he can't even pronounce the case correctly. And so this is really bad. And then when he tried saying that he does remember when his son passes away and he wears the rosary or whatever, he said, every day I wear the rosary he got from Our Lady of, and literally just stopped and started talking about something else. So it was a bunch of gaffe-filled moments. And so today, because of that, I am actually going to update the Electoral College map. And so right now, I'd actually say that at this point, Trump probably starts leading in the popular vote. I've originally said, okay, maybe Biden is up ahead by a point, but I'd say that Trump is probably leading by 2 points. And that is going to cause the popular vote to shift quite a bit. I believe currently, okay, 4.5, 1, okay, okay, 5. So it's like, hold on. 4.5. I think it's like 6.5, whatever. And so with the model, it currently has Trump, winning. It currently has Trump winning these states of like, kind of the same thing I had last time. But not gonna lie, I feel like he'd be winning more. I feel like low key, because of course this has to go by the polling average, but I feel like he would actually have to be winning by more. If you were to fill in this electoral college map, guys, for this prediction this week, I'd actually say that Trump is significantly ahead in the electoral college. The states of Iowa and Ohio would vote, completely to the right of 2020. The states would get a lot redder in the working class areas. Trump would narrow it up in some of these city areas. The state of Iowa would end up being a state that probably ends up shifting completely to the right as well, being very easy victories for Trump. These states of Texas and Florida would both basically be likely, and I'd actually characterize Florida as over a 10-point win at this point, at least for because of Biden's, gaffes and stuff like that, and just everything in general. I mean, Trump would pick up Miami-Dade. He'd possibly even win Palm Beach County. I don't know about Broward, but he'd possibly win Palm Beach. He'd flip back Pinellas, flip back Duval, possibly even flip this county over here and maybe get Orange County a little bit closer. So that would be pretty interesting to look at as well in the state. And I think in Texas, he's going to make gains along with the Hispanic vote here and including in Florida. He's going to get grounds here. He's going to narrow it back up in an area like, Houston, and do a lot better in a place like Dallas and Tarrant. And so because of that, I think the state is going to be very close to a 10-point win, but not exactly there yet. I think the states, the safe Dem states, you'd have California, Maryland, DC, Massachusetts, Vermont, and that's literally it. This prediction is going to be a lot different from last week. I had to re-record this because it was this bad. If you look, the state of Hawaii would probably still be safe. Maine's second congressional district would be safe, red, including the Maine's first district. I'm actually going to put it in the likely Democratic category, including the states of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Delaware are all going to be there, including the state of New Jersey will be in the likely Dem category. Now, as of right now, I think that Wisconsin at this point would go likely Republican. Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Nevada would all end up being likely states, including the state of Michigan, guys. As of right now, my model basically has them voting anywhere between 4 to 6 points, almost 7 points. And if you look at the Electoral College Map here, you can see that, Trump really only needs to gain about 200,000 votes here to win it by 5, which he could probably easily do. Maybe flip votes from Biden. He'll probably perform way better in the Wow counties, do a lot better in the Madison area. This Dane County, he'd probably perform significantly better, and he'd run up the score in West Wisconsin. In Michigan, he would completely reverse the trends in Detroit and completely reverse things like in Ann Arbor, for example, make it a lot closer in Flint. Oakland County, he'd perform significantly better, do better in the Grand Rapids area. In the state of Pennsylvania, he's probably going to perform very well in the Philadelphia area, possibly win back Lackawanna County, which is where Scranton is. He'd probably be able to get Pittsburgh really close. He would definitely flip Erie back. He would probably flip Center County back as well and win Northampton again. And so that's his, expansion of the map up here in Georgia. Biden's turnout with African American voters would be absolutely down. He would completely collapse here, as well as some of these Democratic areas in Savannah. He would probably collapse. Trump would possibly be able to almost even win that area. More than likely, with really bad African American turnout. And I think in the state of Arizona, I mean, Trump's probably going to perform okay in Maricopa, and he'll probably flip it back, and he'll probably even get Pima County pretty close, as well as some of these Dem counties up here too. He'll probably get these a bit closer. In the state of Nevada, he'll probably at this point, with the way things are going for Biden, he probably ends up winning Clark County. He probably ends up winning Clark County and possibly getting Washoe County as well, which would be absolutely insane. So I think Wisconsin here is like a 7 point win. Michigan's like a 6 point win. Same thing with Pennsylvania. North Carolina is almost a 10 point win. Georgia's like a 6, 7 point win. Arizona's slightly above 5. Texas is at like a 9.5. Nevada is at like a 6 point win. Like it's a disaster. Now, for some more likely states, I think maybe Colorado and Washington could be added to that likely category, and maybe even the state of Illinois could still be added into that likely category for the Democrats. I feel like Biden's going to lose a bunch of support there, but I feel like for Trump at this point, guys, he'd probably get New Hampshire very easily and get Minnesota very easily. He'd win Minnesota by a few points. I mean, right now, the turnout here would completely collapse in the Minneapolis area, and he would probably do much better in these white working class counties. There's a lot of room for him to still grow here, and I think he'll even get a couple of these counties close. He'll probably even flip Lake County back by like a significant amount. So I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if that were to even be the case. So right now, Trump is at 326 electoral college votes to Joe Biden's 155. Joe Biden would win the states of Oregon and New York by lean margins. In the state of Oregon, if we go to Oregon, he would probably do a lot better in the counties over here. He'd probably do significantly better in Portland. He would improve in this area of the state over here. These red counties would become extremely Republican, and he'd improve with white working class voters. And in this scenario, he'd probably gain a lot with African American voters as well. So I do think he could get it under 5 as of this point in time. I think the states of Minnesota and New Hampshire are probably going to go lean R. I think he'll probably win New Hampshire by a pretty comfortable amount too. And then as of right now, I think he wins the 2nd congressional district in Nebraska and also wins the Maine at large. You know, the polls have had this kind of close. And I feel like Trump could get the turnout necessary to actually win the state by like a super narrow margin. And I think as of right now for Joe Biden, he'd probably barely hold on to New Mexico and Virginia as of right now. And so basically, Donald Trump ends up with a 329 to 209 electoral college scenario. It is a disaster for the Democratic Party. At this point, Republicans would be easily winning the House, and the Senate would be not a problem. Like, for sure, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada would go right on the Senate level. And you could even talk about Michigan and Pennsylvania at that point, even going right on the Senate level as well. This is my actual prediction as of right now. Today was such a bad day for Biden's gaffes, and me projecting how this is going to be mainstreamed, to people now. And I feel like that's going to really taint his image. And I feel like it is going to impact him in a very negative way. So as of right now, I do have an optimistic prediction of Trump at 329 electoral college votes to Joe Biden's 209 electoral college votes. If you guys did enjoy the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell so you don't miss another video that I post. And I hope to see you guys very soon.